Pedro ran home and hurried back as quickly as he could. Pedro served as a translator on the Mexican military aircraft. Do the local police know about this operation? We have to be extra careful. We haven't told them anything, said the commanding officer. During special operations, we don't tell anyone outside of our unit. General Guerrero won't let us say anything, so keep your mouth shut. We have some intelligence units on the ground that verified the DEA informant's statements. What about the corrupt cops? The Attorney General's office is building a case. The commander of the police force has been involved in drug trafficking. It's even rumored that he receives $10,000 per month to let the cartels move drugs through. But he has a major problem. He's going to prison? We hope so. There is a short-term problem for him. 10 of the major cartels and dozens of local gangs are fighting for control of the state of Chiapas, given its proximity to Guatemala. The police chief has made some enemies among the soldiers from the Tamaulipas Revolutionary Cartel. They said that the price was too high. He offered to give them some concessions, but he wanted them to also give him some of the cartel's stockpile of drugs and weapons. This resulted in a negotiating match between the various criminal actors. The greedy guy is going to get killed before the Attorney General's office ever files formal charges. One of our informants told us that one of the cartels has discussed taking out the chief of police. The Next Generation cartel killed 4 cops in one day and left a threatening narco message on their dead bodies. The police chief understood the message and has tried to call a truce. What a mess, Pedro responded. You're telling me. We need to be careful about this operation. We are trying to send a bold message to the cartels that the state is going to respond. Is the president going to increase the number of troops? We heard that he's going to send 10,000 more? At least. He is sending the Mexican military and 3,000 federal police officers. He will make the announcement tomorrow night, after our operation. Pedro loved every minute of his time working in Mexico. He had a security clearance that gave him access to top-secret information. The Mexican counterparts often complained that they gave the DEA all the information, but the DEA did not always share information with the Mexican military or intelligence community. Pedro would learn that history, distrust, and institutional differences often create stumbling blocks and hinder cooperation between the two countries. Johnny did not always care about following the rules. He shared information with people when he felt it could be of use and help achieve the objectives. He hated the bureaucracy and interagency fighting, and argued that it just got in the way of the DEA's mission. This is what you signed up for, Pedro, taking the bad guys and drugs off the streets. We want to protect Americans back home, explained Johnny. Pedro and Johnny arrived with the Special Forces to Tuxtla Gutierrez. Chiapas is one of my favorite states in Mexico. I love the culture. I spent 3 entire days walking around the ancient Mayan ruins in Palenque. I'm not going to let these drug dealers destroy this beautiful state, declared Johnny. The team spent the night preparing the operation. 30 Special Forces units were preparing to raid a set of homes in Tuxtla Gutierrez that the Tabasco cartel used to store drugs and weapons. At 4 a.m., the Special Forces deployed on a set of homes in a middle-class neighborhood. They broke down the doors. Hands up! Hands up! Put your weapons down! A team of cartel members were caught off guard because they had paid off the police chief so that they would not have problems with the authorities. They had no idea that the Special Forces were entering. 4 suspects started to run, while 2 others picked up their AR-15s and started to fire shots. Shots fired! Shots fired! I'm hit! Yelled one soldier as the bullet entered his arm.